Hello guys, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to Sophia Live. I think by now with the latest Moses Kuria tweet, it is now confirmed, or Moses Kuria is confirming to us what his resignation meant. You see, when Moses Kuria announced that he has resigned, people are like, why is he resigning? Is he joining the opposition team? Or is he... But now, with this latest tweet, Moses Kuria is confirming what we've been doubting all along, that he is here to face none other than former DP Rigathi Gachagua. And here we are talking about the mountain, the vote from the Mount Kenya region. So this is what Moses Kuria tweeted. When Rigathi Gachagua said that President Ruto asked him not to tag along his spouse to the national prayer breakfast because Mama Rachel was not there, I called him out on national TV for pettiness. By the same vein, on Kimani Ichung'wah is grossly out of order for dragging Pastor Dorcas Rigathi into the mud, only because of her husband. Since the next phase of this war, this is where the message is. Since the next phase of this war will be vicious and bloody, let us have our version of the Geneva Convention. Keep families out of politics. Keep families out of politics. Yes, he is correct that they should not involve their wives. They should let Rachel Ruto be. They should let Pastor Dorcas Rigathi be. But the message that Moses Kuria is sending through this tweet is not all this with Kina Pastor Dorcas. He is telling Rigathi Gachagua that I am here and I am going to face you. And this war is going to be vicious and bloody. Now, this is what Moses Kuria has been assigned by the state to do. Make sure that the Mount Kenya people are not putting all their votes in one basket. This is the message, and this is a message, and this is a war that, according to Moses Kuria, is going to be bloody. Do you have people that are going to lose their lives? It is sad if it is going to happen, but with these politicians, nothing surprises us anymore. I think they have shown us things that we are not supposed to see, but we are at a point whereby these politicians, what they say, what they do, no longer surprise us, because at this point we are so used to who they are truly are. So the fight is coming. The big fight is coming. The Mount Kenya votes is going to be fought for. Hardly is going to be fought for. And I will not be surprised if Moses Kuria is going to say, I am going for the top seat. Because that is the only way that Moses Kuria will, I think that is that him going for the top seat stands a good chance of dividing the Mount Kenya region, because it is obvious. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua have said that he is also vying, but I'm not seeing that happen. I think with the opposition, I think Rigathi Gachagua will be given a different position. He's not going for the top seat. So Moses Kuria will want to use that advantage that the Mount Kenya people have nobody in the presidential lineup. So why don't I, Moses Kuria, be the person, be the one? So he'll be using that moment to just ensure that what he has been assigned by the state to do is happening. The Mount Kenya region. Are the people of the Mount Kenya region ready to say no to Moses Kuria? You see, Kenyans, our problem is us. It will always be money. If 44 billion tunasikia wakisema has been stolen, it is the money that the likes of Kina Moses Kuria are going to walk around with. Imagine somebody like Moses Kuria coming to a constituency, giving you around 5,000 Kenyan shillings. If we are still stick to our past minds, oh my God, we are finished. We are finished. The likes of money that the Kina Moses Kuria are going to pour around, man. Hey, this I don't know, but the kind of campaigns I'm seeing coming. Well, hey, if you've never eaten any, if you've never eaten a shilling from a politician, this time round hiyo pesa itakufikia hata ukiwa umekaa kwa nyumba. This money will get to where you are because it is money that is going to speak. The 2027 campaign is all about who can give out more money. That is the only thing that we are going to experience. Rigathi Gachagua's money, Ruto is here getting all he can get. So it will be about money, money left, right, and center. But the main point right now, as people, as voters, we must understand is this. We are where we are because of the money. We are. All these complaints you are seeing about SHA, about university funding model, about poor roads, is because we like politicians' money. We love their money. In the past, our parents were made to believe that 500 shillings they are given during campaign is enough to take care of them for the next 5 years. But I just hope that now that we have Gen Z uprising, that they are not going to stop, that now that the protest is the only way they can express themselves. I hope that the Gen Z will also use what they have, the information, because they have the information that the people back in the village don't have. I think with the number favoring them, they are going to use the information to ensure that the people back in the village are not going to vote for person X because he or she has given them some money. So I just hope that their fight for good governance is not ending on the street. They are going to take it on the ground. Failure to do so, man, we are doomed. We are doomed. So for Moses Kuria, I think by now it is so clear Moses Kuria is going to tackle Rigathi Gachagua's influence in Mount Kenya region, and he is ready for it. He is ready for it. But it is not surprising. I think this was expected because Gachagua now is becoming a dangerous man. Right now he's in the US being received like a king, moving around like a king and all that. But what many people believe that Gachagua is in the US to seek support from the Gikuyu community. It is not. That is not the case. The reason Gachagua is in the US, he is going to find for powerful friends who can help him neutralize Ruto. That is the reason Gachagua is in the US. Fred Matiang'i is in the US. You know that they are there to talk to Kenyans. Kwani hizo kura za diaspora votes ni ngapi? No, it's even less than 100 ama. So will you spend like a month seeking 100,000 votes? Nah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So Rigathi Gachagua is in the US to create a friendship with powerful people, because we know sometimes, we've had this several times, that sisi tunapiga kura, but we have people who decides for us, especially the presidential election. We have people who determine who is going to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I think Rigathi Gachagua understands now. He understands that sitting and waiting for people to vote for you is not enough. Having, let's say, 10 million people behind you is not enough. You need another hands, outside hands, that is going to propel you to the top. So I am waiting to see the kind of politics Moses Kuria is going to unleash on Rigathi Gachagua, because that is what he has been assigned for. Not that Moses Kuria cares about youths being jobless, that constitution is being ignored, that money is being stolen. Moses Kuria has been in several scandals from the edible oil scandals to sugar. So Moses Kuria has been there. It's not that he's a man who cares. He doesn't. This is a man who is about money and money and money. So he has been tasked to ensure that the Rigathi Gachagua voice in the Mount Kenya region is reduced. and he is so ready to do it. The time will tell, but I think for me, majority only. I think the only challenge is, the only thing I'm waiting to see, how are people going how are people going to reject politicians' money? If people say no to politicians' money, oh my God, you don't know what favor you'll be doing to this country, because that is what they are depending on. Hii pesa zinapotea is because they want to get it back to us. But once you say no to their money, man, these people will be scattered, because the majority of them cannot even express themselves. They cannot even put down their manifesto in a good way, because they know that akishasema nitajenga barabara na kupatie pesa, we are so ready to vote for him. So once we cut that down, these people will be scattered. Majority of them will be like, now I'm done with politics, and let me try something else. That is the biggest problem right now. Let us say no to politicians' money for once. Once we do that, man, we will save this country a big time. So for Moses Kuria, it's not something that we expected, because a man who recently was mentioned by Equity going for his properties because he couldn't afford to pay back the loan he took, and then all of a sudden at his resigning, man who is looks like he's struggling financially, resigning. It doesn't make sense. So the task that he has been given is ready to fight for it, and he is saying it is going to be vicious and bloody. So let's see what is going to happen. But I think every day the people from the Mount Kenya region will be receiving choppers every day with bags of money. That is what all I'm seeing is going to happen in the Mount Kenya region, because that is going to be a battlefield for these politicians. A lot is going to happen there. Men are going to face each other there. So it is going to be one of the craziest campaigns we are going to see. But we just hope that we are not forgetting that as a country, we are in a very sad state. And we're just waiting for that 2027 moment to correct our past mistakes. That is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.